the Independent Commission for Infrastructure. So the coverage of his investigation actually covered Davao City. No? So, which is why it is very important for the ICI to have gone to Davao City last week. Di ba? Para makita ho talaga kung meron ba talagang batayan kung bakit po may mga ganitong findings. No? Hindi lang si Congressman Tino, kundi yung iba-ibang mga opisina rin po. No? So, yung ICI inspection man po last week. No? So, nagtingin ho sila ng dalawang mga proyektong pang-infrastruktura na kasama po sa mga 51 questionable flood control projects that had been flagged within the Davao region. So, ang binabanggit po nila doon sa inspection po na ito, particularly doon sa Matina, Gravahan, na ito pong proyektong ito ay nasira pagkatapos lang po ng ilang buwan, pagkatapos matapos ang proyekto pong ito. Although naglinaw po siya, General Azurin, yung pong Special Advisor to the ICI, na it would be a bit early to make a statement on whether it was substandard or not. But it is very important to check with the contractor if the project actually followed the specifications of the DPWH. And I'm quoting him, we saw that in less than 2 years, the project was already damaged. No? So, yun po yung findings ng ICI team that went to Davao City last week. And more importantly, within Davao region, meron pong actual referral eh. Yung pong isang proyekto sa Davao Occidental, no? Kung saan may nakita po na more or less ghost project ang particularly si DPWH Secretary Vince Dizon that is linked to St. Timothy Corporation and the couple Sarah and Curly Discaya. No? So the bidding for the projects took place in 2021. Contracts were awarded in 2022. But the statements from local residents said that the projects were never started despite being reported as completed. And more importantly, yung pong DPWH officer no, na involved po rito, talaga po nga pinagalitan no, ni Secretary Vince Dizon. So I think what we had seen here already is that there's already a referral to the ICI and also to the Ombudsman to actually file cases for this project in Davao Occidental, which is why we have reached this point. No? So in the last 2 weeks, no, so our team had been coordinating with several DPWH officials and staff to look further into Davao region, particularly dito po sa dalawang areas po na ito, Davao City and Davao Occidental. So we can open the slide, please. So we're talking about Davao region projects. Next slide. Go back. You have to go back. Okay, no structure project. So, it's a bit different po from yung typical na pagkakaunawa ho natin na dalawang bagay lang ang mahalaga. No, na ghost projects and substandard projects. Pero I think as far as DPWH po kasi is concerned, meron po silang more detailed distinctions between projects. No? So, meron pong mga nakita yung pong DPWH sa Davao Occidental that what are deemed as no structure projects. No? So this is, or this might be akin to what we typically know as ghost projects. No? So next slide. Okay, so ito po ay construction of flood mitigation structure, Barangay Kinangan, Malita, Davao Occidental. So as you can see, well, this is a typically new project. Ito po ay Feb 2025 project. Pero ito nga po, this has been looked into and nakita na wala pa rin pong nagagawang proyekto rito. And I think it is very important to note this area kasi po, ito rin po yung area na nagrereklamo ho si Secretary Dizon kung saan po meron po mga proyekto na parang mga ghost projects. No? So, ibig sabihin, kung ito po ay ghost projects noong 2021, which is basically yung pong St. Timothy na binabanggit po yung Secretary Dizon na meron na pong actual referrals. And we are talking about 2025 projects involving almost the same area. So I think there is every reason for the ICI and the DPWH and the Ombudsman to look further into the engineering district that we are talking about, which is what? Davao Occidental District Engineering Office. This project is February 2025 po yung planned start date. Actual start date is July 2025. Yung pong planned end date, parang mas nauna pa dun sa start date. So, we have to, I think, but what's clear is, firstly, this is an incomplete project. But more importantly, and what we have to check is whether this is actually a ghost project. Okay. So, next slide, please. So, ito rin po, Malita, Barangay Little Baguio, Malita, Davao Occidental. Same situation, February 2025. Ang kanya pong planned start date, actual start date is July 2025. No? So, upon inspection by, you can see naman po the DPWH markers there, wala pa rin pong nangyayari to date. Dito po sa proyektong ito in Davao Occidental. No? Okay, to be very clear, yung pong binabanggit pong lugar ni Secretary Dizon in, I think, a month or 2 months back, was in Davao Occidental, in Jose Abad Santos town. So, ibig sabihin, if this is, I mean, just implementing how we had seen it in Bulacan First District Engineering Office, I think we have every reason to look into each and every contractor in this district. We have each and every reason to look into the district engineer of this particular district and look at the actual implementation of all the projects, particularly flood control. No? So, okay, next slide. Ngayon po, we have to talk about yung what they call problematic projects. No? So, meron pong distinction yung DPWH no, as to what these projects mean, pero we will go about it one by one na lang po. Next slide. Incomplete projects. Ano po yung sabi nila sa incomplete? Basically, simple lang, hindi ho natapos pa. No? So, but very important to note is that these noted incomplete projects are not 2025 projects. These are 2021, these are 2022, these are 2023 projects. No? So, ibig sabihin, dapat matagal na hong tapos yan. Di ba? Okay, let's go. Ito po, construction of revetment along Talomo River, right bank, Davao City, project actual start date, December 2021. So you can conjecture na ito po ay GAA of 2021. Ano na yung petsa ngayon? 2025. I think yan pa rin po yung itsura when there was a site inspection in the area. Okay, next slide. Okay, construction of revetment along Talomo River, right bank, Davao City. So I think magkakadugtong lang po itong mga lugar na ito. No? So actual start date, December 16, 2021. Upon inspection at 2025, this is what we see. An incomplete project, wala pa rin ho tayong nakikita to date. Next slide, please. construction of flood mitigation structure along Maa Creek, Don Julian Rodriguez Avenue section, left bank section, Davao City. Actual start date, March 1, 2022. From the report that we had gotten, parang signage pa lang po yung nakalagay doon. So, again, we would want to give the district engineering office the benefit of the doubt to basically dispel what we had stated. But these are reports that are coming from, well, DPWH itself. You know? So, we will see in the coming days kung talaga pong signage lang po yung nakita nila at this point. Next slide, please. Okay, construction of revetment along Davao River, Barangay 8A, Davao City. I think the signage pa rin daw po yung nakikita nila. I don't think meron na po nga proyekto to date. To be clear, this is in the first district of Davao City. And I think when we coordinated with DPWH on the matter, we were looking at all the districts po, of Davao City and of course on Davao Occidental. So ano po tayo dito? We would want to be able to look at all the projects on whether or not the projects had been completed. If they are incomplete, they are substandard or they are ghosts. I mean, in the same manner that we had done it in Bulacan. Next. Construction of revetment along Davao River, Crocodile Park section, Davao City. Actual start date, April 13, 2022. So upon inspection this year, this is still how it actually looks like. It looks very incomplete. Next slide, please. Okay, construction of flood mitigation structure at Purok 16, Block 2, Barangay Catalunan, Pequeño, Davao City. It should have been completed within the year of 2022. It was vetted this year. There is no project as yet. Next slide, please. Okay. Construction of flood mitigation structure, construction of seawall from San Jose connecting seawall of Barangay Leon Garcia, San Jose, IKP and Masaya, Barangay Governor Vicente Duterte, Agdao, Davao City. The remarks itself would show na it is still a project billboard. So we would want to know po from the Davao City District Engineering Office if it is indeed still a billboard or whether or not it has already proceeded towards actual construction. To be clear, yung pong Agdao ay nasa iba pong distrito. Ito po ay nasa 2nd district po ng Davao City. Next slide, please. Construction of revetment along Matina River, Matina Pangi Bridge 2 downstream, both banks, Davao City. Actual start date, 8/14/2023. Upon inspection this year, yan pa rin po yung itsura ng lugar po nito po nga proyekto pong ito. Next slide. Construction of revetment along Matina River, Asico Bridge, upstream section, right bank, Davao City. Actual start date, February 20, 2023. Ang itsura po to date ay hindi pa rin po tapos yung pong proyekto. Next slide. Construction of revetment along Matina River, Matina Pangi section, right bank, Davao City. Ito pong mga Matina areas, I think within the first district po of Davao ito. So yan po yung February 20, 2023 project billboard pa rin po yung pong laman nito pong proyekto pong ito. Next slide. So, yung pong PPWH, they make a distinction on yung pong poorly situated projects. No? So when you say daw po, poorly situated projects, these structures don't protect vital assets. It increases flooding downstream. So ibig sabihin, these projects should not have been proposed from the beginning. Kasi nga, sa totoo lang, wala ho yung pakinabang sa mga tao. Hindi matutulungan po yung mga komunidad, tapos lalo pong magbabaha doon po sa mga mas mababa pong mga lugar. So ano po yung mga yon? Sa mga lugar po na pinuntahan, construction of revetment, construction of concrete revetment, barangay Pinalpalan, Malita, Davao Occidental. No? So, project date, 5/5/2023. May ginagawa naman po to date. No? Pero I think you have to look at the map, and I think they have to explain this. Hindi ba? Do we actually need revetments in areas that are not actually within river basins? No? Baka may nakatagong ilog within the map na tatakpan po ng foliage, we don't know. Pero I guess, kailangan pong ipaliwanag ng district engineer ng Davao Occidental. Ibig sabihin, yung pong atraso doon sa St. Timothy na Ghost Project noong 2021, hindi po, iba pa yun. Iba pa to. Hindi ba? Okay, next. Okay, ito po. Construction of flood mitigation structure along Bunawan River, Davao City. Actual start date, 4/13/2022. Parang wala pa rin po masyadong nangyayari dyan po sa proyekto na yan to date. No? Okay, next slide please. Ito po, construction of revetment, construction of concrete revetment along Davao River, New Valencia section, Davao City. Actual start date, March 9, 2023. Poorly situated. So, gusto natin malaman kung ito po ba ay dinadaanan ng ilog talaga or kung ano bang klase pong itsura po niyan in terms of the terrain. No? So, kung bakit ho tinagyan as a poorly situated project. To be clear, ito po ay nasa ikatlong distrito ng Davao City. So, ibig sabihin, tinignan ho namin lahat. So, first, second, third, meron pong mga problema ho yung mga proyekto sa mga tatlong distrito po ng Davao City. So, clearly, yung pong kailangan pong magpaliwanag dyan, yung pong mga district engineering offices po sa mga lugar po na ito. Kung bakit umabot po tayo sa puntong ito. So, next slide. Unconstructed. Ang sabi po ng DPWH, the structure was not built on the fiscal year. Pero we will see how it actually looks like the projects, how the projects actually look like today. Next slide. Construction of revetment along Talomo River, left bank, Davao City, December 1, 2021. Ito po yung itsura ngayon. Hindi pa rin daw po tapos yung pong proyekto. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 years from actual start date, hindi pa rin daw po ito tapos. Next slide. Construction of flood mitigation structure, construction of seawall at Bukana, Barangay Lasang, Davao City. Ito po ay nasa Second District. 2022 po yung proyekto. Upon inspection, 2025, yan pa rin daw po yung itsura nung pong proyekto. Basically, incomplete, unconstructed. Next slide. And this is the last slide po. Construction of revetment, construction of concrete revetment along Davao River, Pangyan, Davao City, which is in the 3rd district. It was supposed to start at March 2022. So up until today, yan po yung itsura, hindi pa rin po tapos yung pong mga proyekto pong ito. So we can end the slide. So just to summarize, no, I think very clear po na there's every reason for the ICI to basically go into Davao City, to go into Davao Occidental. Dahil nakita ho talaga natin dito na hindi ho totoo, no, na lahat po ng mga proyekto ay kompleto, na lahat po ng mga proyekto ay wala pong problema. Hindi ba? So, syempre, yun naman yung unang tanong eh. Meron bang proyekto o wala? Kung merong proyekto, substandard ba ito o hindi? Natapos ba ito o hindi? Saka tayo papasok doon sa second question, which is, meron po bang kumita wala po dito sa mga proyekto pong ito? Which, kaya nga ho, mahalaga yung unang pagpunta ng ICI team ni General Azurin, no, noong nakaraan, to Davao City, para makita ho talaga isa-isa yung lahat po ng mga proyekto na dapat pong siyasatin at magkaroon ng actual na paglilinaw kung meron bang dapat mapanagot sa mga nakita ho nating incomplete, poorly situated, unconstructed projects po na ito. And to be very clear, this involves not just one district. It involves all the districts within Davao City. It also involves Davao Occidental, which is, I think, what we can call the epicenter of ghost projects in Mindanao Island. I mean, kung nakita ho natin na yung Bulacan seems to be the epicenter of ghost projects within Luzon, parang sa Davao Occidental po natin makikita yon. And yun nga, which is why ito po yung trabaho ng House at this point. No? Pagkatapos po nitong briefing po na ito, we will immediately coordinate with the Independent Commission for Infrastructure para mailatag din po kasi may mga nabanggit na ho silang mga particular na mga proyekto. Kung hindi pa ho ito na isasama, mahalagang maisama po itong madagdag pong listahan na ito doon po sa mga pupuntahan at isa-site visit po ng ICI. Yung pong mga nasa Davao Occidental, syempre may mga na-refer na po sa ICI at for further referral po to the Ombudsman for Sandigan Bayan filing. I think we have to be very clear na iba pa ho itong mga proyekto pong ito within Davao Occidental. So, I think the district engineer in the area should really come to terms with all the other projects na talaga pong nasasangkot po siya sa kasalukuyan. So, yan po. Okay, yun po muna. Binubukas na po natin ang hapag sa mga tanong.
Sir, here. Good afternoon po. Lianas Kapanti, GMA News Online. Sir, how much are these projects worth? Etong no structure, incomplete, and poorly situated, more of flood-inducing, I understand. Yung poorly situated, and what's the last one?
Unconstructed.
Unconstructed. Ano yung total value?
We will finalize pa the value. Kasi ano pa may mga tinabi pa kami kasing mga unvetted na mga na mga proyekto. So we will hopefully within the day mailabas mo namin.
Sir, sa follow-up, you said epicenter yung Bulacan for Luzon ng failed. Is that
For
right?
ghost projects.
For ghost projects. So, ang epicenter sa Mindanao ay Davao Occidental. Would that be right?
Yes, correct. Kasi may nauna na hindi ba? Yung Diskaya projects. No? So, yung mga pinakita ho natin na no structure found. Yung unang dalawang mga proyekto na binanggit, no structure found daw po dun So, kailangan ho natin makita kung ghost ba itong mga ito o hindi. Itong mga construction of revetment in Kidalapong, Malita, Davao Occidental, construction of flood control structure, Barangay Kinangan, Malita, Davao Occidental, construction of flood mitigation structure, Barangay Little Baguio, Malita, Davao Occidental. So, I mean, if these are ghost projects as well, and I think people had visited it before they sent it to us, baka epicenter talaga yung Davao Occidental. Di ba?
Kong Terry, follow-up lang din po. Since last time si Congressman Tino, meron na rin na-present na ganito, and today kayo po. Hindi po ba ito hudyat na buksan ulit yung investigasyon ng House Committee on Infrastructure bilang kayo mismo yung may mga nakakalap na data about this?
Tingin ko hindi naman kasi maayos naman yung trabaho ng ICI, no? And I think this is clearly within the mandate of the Infracom and also the reason why we recused, no, to further proceed, no. And tingin ko we have full trust in the ICI, and syempre if there are concerns on whether or not they will proceed to the very end. Yung pong live streaming naman po, I think, inaantay. I mean, it's a bit delayed, yung live streaming po nila. Pero, tingin ko naman po, as soon as the live streaming is done and proceeds, tingin ko naman, it will be more or less a bit more transparent than we had seen in the past. So, we will forward all the information po to the ICI para sila hong bahala magsiyasat. Well, hopefully within the week. Kumpletuhin lang namin, particularly yung absolute values ng pong mga proyekto.
Good afternoon po. Sir, dun po sa punto na kayo ang magbibigay sa ICI, hindi po ang DPWH.
Well, pwede yung DPWH, no? If they wanted to do it. No? Pero kasi ito kasi, more or less, tinignan ho namin, kinumpile ho namin yung mga pictures and geotags po yan. Geotags and actual pictures na nagawa na po nila. So, if they want to do it, they can do it. But as far as we are concerned, yung pong nakuha namin at pinagsama-sama namin yung mga proyekto, we will forward it the soonest to the ICI.
Sir, kung follow-up lang po, kung natuloy po ang infrastructure sa hearing, lalabas po yan. Kasama po yan sa mga ano ninyo. O recently lang ho ninyo talaga na ano?
Very recent lang yan, I think in the last 2 weeks. No? Kasi yan yung mga pinag-usapan eh. So si Congressman Tino had this particular press con. Yung ICI had been going to Davao, and siyempre si Secretary Dizon of DPWH had actually been going there as well. No? So, at may mga nagpadala ng mga ano sa amin, dagdag pong mga impormasyon. So, pwedeng na pag-usapan ito, pero that's a bit of a conjecture already, di ba? Kasi we are indefinitely suspended as we speak.
Thank you po.
Sir, sorry. Sorry na banggit kasi yung referral. Sir, etong findings nyo, you will just forward it to the ICI. Why not forward it to the Ombudsman kasi the Ombudsman has the motu proprio authority to investigate eh. So, why ICI rather than the Ombudsman, or you will also submit to the Ombudsman?
No, we can submit naman po to both, no? Pero syempre, I think yung talagang may clear mandate to look into flood control infrastructure kasi is the ICI. Pero walang problema, we can also give it to Ombudsman Remulla, of course.
Sir, clarification. Yung pinakita niyo po kanina, these are pictures or data na base na sa DPWH inspection, tapos kayo po yung nag-compile.
Okay, wala na questions? Maraming salamat. Good
Thank you, sir.
Well, hindi naman yun din totoo. Kasi yung pong pinakita natin listahan, it involves the three Davao City districts. Eh. It involves Davao Occidental. Yung pong involved doon sa Davao City districts po, I think hindi ho magkakalyado yun. So, I think ngayon magkakalyado na ho sila. Pero the particular term that we are referring to in these reports, hindi ho sila magkakalyado ang alam ko. So no one can actually say na particular personalities are being targeted. And they're not even being mentioned in the press briefing today. The focus is on basically the DPWH district engineers of Davao City and Davao Occidental for them to explain themselves. Kasi bakit in the first, second, and third districts, where you have like different political personalities, not exactly allies, bakit meron pong mga problema doon po sa mga proyekto po nila? Hindi, iba yung, may kakapasok lang kasi na congressman eh. Pero in that 2022 to 2025 term, I don't think magkakalyado yung lahat ng tatlo pong iyon.
Clarification. So basically, you're just saying na merong, hindi totoo walang problema sa mga proyekto sa Davao City First District or
All districts, Davao City. Yeah.
But you're not linking those issues to the Duterte.
No. I think very clear naman po na, kasi I think nakita ko natin last couple of weeks, meron hong impression na why are people going into Davao and targeting Davao and not going to Cebu and not going to other areas which have been ravaged by typhoons, no? But I think clearly the ICI and the Ombudsman should go to all of these places. Ibig sabihin, kaya nga, it's incorrect to say na there is actual targeting of political personalities. Kasi the question naman po in investigations ay meron bang proyekto o wala? Hindi ba? Saka lang ho tinatanong kung sino ho yung sangkot eh. Hindi ba? Kung may proyekto o wala, kung may proyekto, di salamat. Di ba? Mabuhay. Pero kung walang proyekto o substandard proyekto, saka ho natin tatanong, sino ho yung dapat managot? Hindi ba? So, nandun pa lang ho tayo sa unang tanong. May proyekto ba o wala? Saan yung lugar na yon? Sa Davao City, may mga problematic na proyekto. Sa Davao Occidental, parang may ghost projects. No? So, saka natin ho pag-usapan, sino ho yung mga sangkot dito. Ganun naman ho yun sa House Infracom, ganun ho sa Blue Ribbon, hindi ba? Ganun din ho sa ICI. Yung pong ating kabuang proseso.
Sir, kung meron ho bang, ito po na-compile po ninyo, ano po, meron po bang ibang lugar pa na, ano po ninyo, naayos pa rin?
Well, hopefully, yung sa Cebu, may makuha din ho kami mga dagdag na impormasyon. Kasi, masidhi yung galit ng mga tao nitong nagdaan. At yun din naman yung panawagan natin noong nakarang linggo, hindi ba? Kailangan hong makuha yung listahan ng mga flood control projects ng Cebu Province. Siguro kailangan pagpaliwanagin, katulad na binanggit ko nung nakaraan, yung pong QM Builders. Kasi yun po yung HQ nung pong kontratista pong ito. So kung gaano kalaki yung kanila pong proyekto sa probinsya, pangalawa, naging epektibo ba yung mga proyekto na ginawa ho nila sa probinsya?
Sir, kung sa tingin niyo yung dahilan kung bakit parang nalimusik yung mga development kapag sinabi yung Davao, at kami na naman ang parang hindi nila mag-grasp na natural lang ito na pag-ikot ng investigation.
Siyempre, ayoko namang i-conjecture yung pag-iisip ng ibang tao. Pero again, just to be very clear, the motivations for all the investigations has always been truth-seeking. No? So, ibig sabihin, kailangan ho talaga natin panindigan pag sinabi ho natin na kung sino yung dapat managot, dapat itong panagutin. Hindi ba? And I think the ICI has been trying to do that clearly with all the referrals that they're making to the Ombudsman. No? So, antay na lang ho natin in the other areas that we will see in Davao, or if we will do Cebu, then we will do Cebu.
Ay po po, namin yung reaction niyo po. Si Congressman Pulong Duterte on November 6, ayan, hindi ko alam kung nakita niya na yan. sabi ay kayo daw po ay diversionary tactics implementors together with other party list representatives para daw po ilihis yung focus sa Marcos at kay Romanes. Sir, your
Ano yan? Is that, he posted that?
yes. Andun yung smiley face.
Eh di wow. Well, again, lahat ho yan magkakasabay na mailulunsad. Hindi ba? All the investigations that we're doing today on flood control, on infrastructure corruption will proceed as it should. To the ICI, through the Ombudsman. So, ibig sabihin, charges will be filed in the soonest time. But does it mean all the other investigation on other matters will stop or will be suspended? Which is why I'm saying also this afternoon that the November 19 Dolomite hearing is confirmed at the People's Center at 9 o'clock in the morning. So we will see you there.
So hindi kayo, sir, diversionary tactics implementors.
No, I don't think so.
Ano kayo dito, vendors, sir?
I don't think so.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Magandang hapon.